In a small peaceful village named Boma, a hard-working farmer named Olu married a second wife, Nea, after years of marriage to his first wife, Adia. Though tradition permits it, Adia's jealousy grew when Nea wins Olu's affection and praises. In her anger, Adia consulted a traditional woman named Nuhu, who poisoned Olu. However, the poison set off a chain of events that exposes hidden secrets and a taste of bond of family and community. The sun hung low in the sky as the villagers gathered under the bamboo tree. The elders sat in a semicircle, their faces stern and solemnly. The air was thick with tension as Adia stood before them, freaked by Nea and Baba Kofi. Adia, Baba Kofi began, his deep voice cutting through the silence. We have found poison in the food you prepared. This is a grave accusation. Do you deny your involvement? Adia's hands trembled as she clapped them tightly. I do not know how the poison got there, she said. Her voice cracked. I swear, I will never harm my husband. The villagers murmured among themselves. Some shook their head in disbelief, while others looked with a pity. Nia stepped forward, her eyes filled with tears. Adia, I have shown you nothing but respect. If you harbor anger towards me, I understand, but Olu does not deserve this. Please speak the truth. Adia turned her head away, unable to meet Nia's gaze. Mama Kainde, the healer, stepped forward. The poison used is not common. Yet, say by Mama Kainde, it is crafted by those with knowledge of dark arts, elders. I believe we will question him. I believe we should question the medicine woman, Nunu. The crowd murmured at the mention of Nunu's name. Baba Kofi nodded his head. It is true that Nunu's reputation is at stake. We will summon her at once. Until then, Adia, you will remain under watch. Adia's heart sank as two young men stepped forward to escort her back to her haunt. As she walked away, her eyes caught Nia's gaze once more, filled with sadness and determination. Adia knew the walls were closed in, but what frightened her most was what Nunu, the herbalist woman, might reveal. Later that evening, the elder visited Nunu's haunt, the old woman. The old woman sat calmly as they questioned her. Her eyes seemed so betraying, with no fear. Nunu, Baba Kofi said, a poison from your shrine was found in Olu's food. Adia claimed innocent. Did she seek your help? Nunu was surprised. Her voice dried and cracky. I am but a humble medicine woman. I help those who seek me. Yes. Baba Kofi narrowed his eyes. Do not play games with us, Nunu. The truth must come out today. Nunu stretched out to take a small calabash hanging from the roof of her haunt. It was indicated, caved, and its face was glowing faintly in the bright light. If you seek truth, she said, as the calabash. The elder exchanged worries, glanced through themselves, and they nodded their head together. Nunu shook the calabash 3 times in place of it on the ground. A soft oil filled the room, and the calabash began to spin. When it stopped, a deep, outwardly voice echoed from the roof and from within. Adia, the voice said, come here. Your heart is already poisoned by jealousy. She sought to harm her husband and asked for the ground. You see it before? The elder gasped and they murmured all together. Their suspicions confirmed that Adia was the one that poisoned her husband. Nunu shook her head. Nunu speak. The calabash does not lie, but it speaks only of what was asked of me, not of my intention. Baba Kofi stood. You have condemned yourself, Nunu. You will face it. You will face it. Your action will be judged by the community. As the elders left the hunt, Nunu's laughter echoed behind them. Beware, 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 she said. She called after them. The truth is not always what it seems. The next morning, Adia was summoned back to the bamboo tree. The entire village has gathered, eager to hear the confidence. Adia, Baba Kofi said, his voice heavy with disappointment. The calabash has spoken. It revealed your visit to Nu and your request for poison. Do you deny this? Adia fell to her knee. Tears streamed down her face. I went to Nunu, she admitted, her voice trembling. I was blinded by jealousy. I thought if I could remove Olu's love from me, he would return back to me. The villagers erupted in shock and whispering began to spread around. But I never meant for it to go this way, Dia cried. I only wanted his attention, not his life. Please forgive me. Please forgive me, my people. Nia stepped forward as her faith gathered with resolute. Adia, I forgiven you, but forgiveness does not erase the harm you have done in Olu's life. Olu's life has been hung by a thread because of your actions. Baba Kofi raised his hand for silence. Adia, your confession will spare you. You and the words of the ancestors, but your action have brought you nothing but shame, and you will regret all of this for the rest of your life. As you have endangered our community, your punishment will be decided by the elders. Adia bowed her head, her heart heavy with regret. The elders turned their attention once more to Nuhu, the medicine woman, as they summoned her again to the village square. Nuhu, Baba Kofi said, you have abused your gift, creating harm instead of healing. Your punishment will be exile. You will be banished from this village henceforth. The villagers murmured their approval. Exile was a severe punishment. Cutting her away from family and community is a severe one for somebody who can poison and kill a fellow villagers. Nuhu shrink his face. I accepted your judgment, but remember this, I said. The seeds of jealousy and hatred were not planted by me. They were sown long before Adia came to me. With that, she turned and walked away, disappearing into the forest. As the villagers returned to their routine businesses, the shadow of betrayal and poison lingered heavily in the air. Olu remains gravely ill. His breathing stopped, and his body is failing him. Nia stayed by him and by his side, determined to see him through all this his ordained. One afternoon, Mama Kainde called a meeting with the elders. We must cleanse Olu's spirit and body if he is to survive, she said. But this will require the entire village effort. The healing must come from unity, not division. Baba Kofi nodded. What do you propose? Mama Kainde raised her staff. We must perform the ritual of Ase, the ritual of forgiveness and renewal. Both Adia and Nia must play virtual role in this ceremony. The elders hesitated but agreed. The rite of Asa was an ancient ritual. It's an ancient practice calling on the ancestors to heal and bond between people and to restore the balance. The announcement of the ceremony spread quickly. The villagers were instructed to gather herbs, prepare a sacrifice food, and decorate the bamboo trees with white cloth as an offering of a sacrifice to their ancestors. Adia, though ashamed, was given a task to contribute to the preparation. She pounded yam alongside other women. Her heart was so heavy with regret. Sister Adia, Nia said softly as she approaches, "Do you truly want Olu's heel?" Adia nodded, her eyes blink with tears. "Yes, Nia, I have been a fool. If the ancestors spared him, I will spare the rest of my life making him to live again, an amendment for the rest of my life." "Nia, please place your hand on Adia's shoulder. Then let us both give our hearts to the ceremony. Olu deserves our unity, not our division." As the sun sets, the villagers gathered around the bamboo tree, now singing with the white clothes and glowing lanterns. Mama Kainde stood at the center as the bond of sacrifice and herbs in her hand was made. And Adia and Nia knelt before the elders, dressed in a plain white wrapper as a symbol of humility and purity. Olu was carried on a stretcher as he made his way into the bamboo tree. Mama Kainde raised her staff, her voice echoing through the night. "Ancestors of bamboo, hear us. We call upon you. We call upon your wisdom and mercy to heal this man and restore harmony to our village." The villagers chanted, their voices raising like a river. The drummers began a slow rhythm beat, and the scent of burning herbs filled the air. Adia stepped forward first, her voice trembling. "Ancestors, I have wronged my husband and my community. I beg for forgiveness and I vow to change." Nia followed, her tone resoluted. "Ancestors, I ask for your guidance and strength. Help us mend what has been broken." Mama Kainde sprinkled water over Olu's body, chanting words in an ancient tongue. The villagers held their breath as the final prayer was spoken. As the ceremony reaches its climax, a sudden gust of wind swung through the village, extinguishing the lantern. The villagers gasped and everybody murmured. Their eyes were so wide with fear. In the darkness, a single fire appeared, its light growing steady. Then another joined and another, until hundreds of fireflies danced around the bamboo tree. The ancestors had spoken, Mama Kainde declared. They accepted our sacrifice and grant Olu the strength to heal. At that moment, Olu stared to everyone. His eyes floated open. As he took a deep breath, the crowd erupted in cheer and cries of relief. Adia and Nia rushed to his side, their hand clapping on his head. Olu looked at them weakly but with gratitude. "Thank you." As Olu looked at them with heart of gratitude, thank you, as he whispered. The day following the ceremony was marked by a scene of revival. Dia worked tirelessly to care for Olu, tending to him with a sincerity that touches even Adia's heart. One evening, as the family sat together, Olu spoke. "Adia, Nia, I have seen the strength of your spirit. Though the road has been difficult, we are bound by the same love and hope. Let us leave the past behind and build a renewal." Adia nodded, tears streamed down her face. "I will do everything to earn back your trust. Olu. And Nia, I hope one day we can truly be sisters." Nia smiled softly. We already are, Adia. Let us honor Olu by working together. Olu's health is steadily improved, and with this, the harmony of the household, Adia and Nia began to share their duties as they divided the work with respect and mutual respect. The villagers too celebrated the restoration and peace. Story of the Rite of Ase were passed down, teaching future generations about the danger of jealousy and the power of forgiveness. Adia often visited Mama Kainde, seeking guidance on how to better herself. You have learnt in a hard lesson, Mama Kainde told her, but the fact that you have learned it all is a gift. Olu recovered marked a new chapter in the village and in the history. As the household healed, so too did the community. Adia devoted herself to helping others, ensuring that no one felt the isolation she once endured. Nia became a symbol of grace and patience. She often shared her stories with young women in the village. As she said, a family thrives on understanding, she would say, not on a pride or punishment. Months later, Nia gave birth to a healthy baby boy. The entire village gathered to celebrate their joy. A testament to the resilience of unity. Adia candled the baby. Her heart was swelling with love and hope. His name will be Tunde, Nia announced, smiling at Olu. It means return of joy. Adia looked at Nia and Olu. Her eyes was blinking with tears. Thank you for allowing me to share this joy. I promise to cherish and protect this family always. Olu took both women's hand in his hand. His voice steadied and filled with emotion. Together we will turn pain into strength. The family stands as a foundation of love and forgiveness. May we never forget what brought us here. As the villagers prospered under Olu's leadership, the people unite by the lesson learned. The story of Adia, Nia, and Olu became a cherished tale, passed down to remind future generations of the power of reconciliation and importance of community. And so, the village of Boma drives its hearts forever, guided by the wisdom of its ancestors and the strength of its people. Lessons for this story: love is everything, and forgiveness is a huge presence in family dispute. Let us try to love and forgive one another. Thank you.